All right, this is Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and today we're going to be installing a DiamondBack cover. This is the DiamondBack HD, and I think it's going to be a really great addition to my old Ford pickup. All right, so the first thing I want to do is start unpacking the cover from the box. It came via FedEx Freight, and DiamondBack Covers did a great job at making sure that everything was packaged nicely in order to keep the cover in good condition when it arrived. The first thing you're going to find in the box is this small box here, which says Start Here. This has all your documentation, the manual, and any hardware that you're going to need to install the cover. So I'm just going to set it aside for right now, and like I said, we're just going to get all the cover pieces out and get them staged, and then we'll get started. All right, so I've gotten everything out of the truck, and I've got it all staged against my little trailer here, so it's easy to access and easy to get to all the different pieces. I'm going to get into the Start Here box, and the first thing that I find is an envelope here, and in this envelope is your installation guide. The installation guide is fairly small because it's a fairly easy install. You'll see everything. I'll show you all the parts that you should have, and basically give you instructions for installing the cover onto the truck with good pictures and everything. So we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to need to do is start with installing the center piece. All right, so I'm getting ready to put this center cover on. The first thing we need to do is make sure we put it on in the correct direction. There's a sticker right here that's clearly indicating what direction the cover needs to go. It's pointing the tailgate to this side. So I'll just make sure that this side faces my tailgate. And then in your Start Here box, you'll have 4 of these small clamps. You'll use these to right now just loosely affix the cover. You don't want to tighten them down at this point, because once all the cover pieces are on, we'll need to adjust and make sure the cover is fitting the box perfectly before we tighten them down. In order to tighten these down, you'll be using a 9/16 wrench. You can either use a socket or a box end wrench like I'm using here. But anyhow, we'll get started getting these clamps on. All right, so I'm doing these clamps. I found that the best way to do this is just to go ahead and unscrew the clamp completely. Basically the clamp comes in 2 pieces. So just unscrew the 2 pieces apart. Like that. And then go ahead and put the top piece over the bed rail. And then this piece goes and hugs underneath your bed rail. All right, so now we're going to move on to installing the tailgate panel. On the tailgate panel, and actually on the cab panel as well, you'll have 2 little hinges on each side. One hinge, the top one here, is open, and the bottom one down there is closed. So what we'll need to do from connecting it to the center panel is we'll slide the closed one onto the pin of the center panel, and then this one will snap into place, and we want to make sure that it does snap completely into place before we close the panel. And there's stickers actually on the hinges showing you exactly how it needs to be before you close the panel. So make sure to look at those and fully understand what you're doing before you start to do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this panel and we'll get it on. There, so now I've got everything in. I can verify that this one did slide all the way down in, and now I can go ahead and close the panel. All right, so there's the tailgate one on. We'll follow the same steps now to put on the cab cover. All right, so installing this cab cover, it would probably be easier if you had a second person with this one. But as you can see, I walked right across the DiamondBack cover. It was no problem. The DiamondBack HD is rated for 1,600 pounds load capacity, so it could definitely handle it. All right, so now that I've got the DiamondBack cover completely affixated to the truck, now I want to start making the adjustments to the latches in order to get the cover to close securely. So right now all I'm doing is loosening everything up so that once I close the cover, I can start kind of positioning everything and get it to latch securely. All right, so before you start making all the adjustments to get the latch to fit, you're gonna end up with some little plastic tabs that you may have to put on your vehicle depending on the make and model. On the old Ford here that I have, I do need to put them on. Basically, they're what the latch will slide against when it's locking itself into position instead of the rough metal. So you can see I already have one installed here. I need to install this one of these on each corner where the latch will go. And what I did is basically with the cover shut, I just lined it up with the latch and then shoved it up in there, and there's a little bit of sticky back tape that will affix to your bed. Okay, so I'm making the final adjustments on the tailgate cover, and what I want to do is we've got this bar here which goes under your bed rail, and it's what locks your bed in place. So what you want to do is you got two bolts up here that you can loosen up and adjust this plate so that you can get the best fit for your bed. Make sure that it goes all the way underneath your bed rail, but not so far that it's actually touching or pushing against the outside wall of your rail. Also make sure that it's only down far enough for the bar itself to get underneath the bed rail, but to be firmly underneath so that your bed does not, your cover doesn't want to come up, okay? Once you've got that in place, go ahead and snug down these two nuts and also verify that the bar itself is not at an angle. You'll see that there's a bend in the bar, and that bend should go straight down. If it's going off at an angle either way, adjust the Allen bolt on the other end of the rod, get the bar straight down, make sure you adjust your plate, get everything adjusted just right, and then tighten everything back up and you should be good to go. So anyways, now that I've done this side, I need to go around and do all the other three sides, and then we'll have that all said and done. All right, we're getting down to the final stages here. We're gonna start installing the gas struts. But on the driver's side, before you install the gas strut, you have a safety latch here so that in case you forget to actually latch the cover and you start to drive off and the cover catches wind, that this will hopefully catch your cover and cause it, keep it from flying off. So just grab your cover and swing it down and over. It will go right over the same ball stud that your gas strut is going to connect to, so get it connected and then take your gas strut, and you want your cylinder side facing up. Just pop it onto the ball studs. They pop on real easy, and then once they're on, it will start to hold the cover. So now I'll just go around and do the other three. All right, so this pretty much concludes the installation of the DiamondBack Cover HD. The whole installation was really easy and straightforward. I think DiamondBack Covers did a very good job at putting together the package and making it easy to follow. I really am happy with the way the cover looks on the truck, and I think it's going to work out really well for me. If you guys found this installation video helpful and you're thinking about buying a DiamondBack cover, please use the link down below, as it really does help the channel. And if you like this style of video, Please give the video a like. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys again outside.